High blood pressure is frequently referred to as the silent killer, and rightly so. It causes no pain and typically presents no clear symptoms. For many older adults, it develops silently over time until a severe incident such as a stroke or heart attack reveals its presence. Yet, what makes it particularly perilous is the ease with which we can ignore the habits that lead to it. Daily, seemingly innocuous decisions. Your diet, physical activity, and stress management techniques significantly impact your blood pressure, perhaps more than you're aware. The reality is that numerous individuals over the age of 50 appear to be doing everything correctly. They consistently take their prescribed medications. They attend regular checkups. They strive to remain active, yet concealed within their daily routines are subtle, frequently unnoticed errors. Practices that appear innocuous, yet gradually increase blood pressure or disrupt treatment. Unless someone highlights them, these issues persist, subtly stressing the heart, brain, and overall circulatory system. That's precisely why this video is important. We aim not to bombard you with complex medical terms or make you feel guilty for any missteps. We're here to provide clarity and illuminate the most frequent errors seniors commit when managing their blood pressure, while suggesting straightforward, actionable adjustments that can truly impact your well-being. Whether you've been tackling hypertension for a long period or have only recently begun to monitor your blood pressure readings, this guide is crafted to assist you in regaining control over your health in a manner that is achievable, supportive, and intelligent. Managing blood pressure involves more than just watching numbers on a screen. It's about remaining active, thinking sharply, sleeping soundly, and living life confidently. This begins with understanding what to steer clear of and what actions to take instead. So, let's explore the initial mistake related to blood pressure and begin to construct a more robust, steadier base for your cardiac health, one intelligent habit at a time. Mistake number 1, neglecting medications or using them improperly. The control of blood pressure frequently begins with a prescription. And while drugs are some of the most potent methods available for maintaining stable blood pressure levels, their effectiveness is dependent on proper and regular usage. One of the most hazardous and regrettably frequent errors that older adults commit is missing doses, taking medications at incorrect times, or discontinuing drugs without consulting a healthcare professional. It's a practice that might appear insignificant initially, but can lead to severe repercussions over time. There are numerous causes for this. Some individuals experience forgetfulness, while others feel well and believe they no longer require their medication. Some are concerned about potential side effects or are uncomfortable with the notion of relying on a pill. Some individuals split their pills or take them every other day to extend their prescription or to cut costs. Although these choices might seem justifiable, they can result in variations in blood pressure that burden the heart and heighten the risk of stroke, kidney damage, or heart failure. Blood pressure medication is meticulously tailored to your body's needs. It's more than just lowering a figure. It's about safeguarding your whole cardiovascular system. When doses are skipped or taken inconsistently, blood pressure may suddenly increase without any warning. That increase may not seem significant initially, but gradually it silently harms the arteries and puts additional strain on essential organs. Since symptoms are infrequent, numerous individuals are unaware of any issues until an emergency happens. It is particularly crucial to recognize that medications for blood pressure typically do not create a sensation of well-being as other medications may. You might not always feel better after taking them, and this can lead to underestimating their significance. However, they are performing vital functions quietly, alleviating the stress on your heart, enhancing circulation, and diminishing your risk of severe complications. Fortunately, this oversight is entirely avoidable. The initial step is to integrate medication into your daily routine, ensuring it's a consistent part of your day rather than an option. Administer it at the same time each day and employ tools such as pill organizers, alarms, or daily schedules to help remember. Should you forget to take a dose, avoid taking extra without consulting your healthcare provider. Call and seek advice. If you're dealing with side effects, mention them immediately. Frequently, there are different medications or modified doses that can assist in improving your well-being without jeopardizing your cardiac health. Additionally, it's crucial not to discontinue your blood pressure medication simply because your readings are within the normal range. This usually indicates that the medication is effective rather than a cue to cease taking it. Always speak with your healthcare provider before altering your regimen, regardless of the perceived minor nature of the change. Minor changes in the schedule or amount of your medication can affect its effectiveness. It's important to talk about any financial worries with your healthcare provider. Many older adults extend their prescriptions due to expenses. However, there are usually generic options, discounts, or support programs available that may assist. Your well-being is worth discussing. Controlling blood pressure requires ongoing dedication, yet it rewards you with increased vitality, steadiness, and tranquility. Consistency is key in this process. One tablet daily, one choice at each step. Your heart relies on you to remain consistent, and so does your future. Mistake number 2, consuming hidden sodium. You might not be grabbing the salt shaker during every meal, but that doesn't imply you're steering clear of sodium. In reality, the majority of the sodium in an older adult's diet typically doesn't originate from what is added on at the table. It's concealed within the foods we consume daily. One of the frequent and unnoticed errors in managing blood pressure is underestimating the amount of sodium that creeps into your diet. Consuming too much sodium is directly connected to elevated blood pressure. Salt prompts the body to hold on to water, which raises the amount of blood flowing through your vessels and adds additional pressure on the walls of your arteries. Over time, this pressure strains the heart and may result in stroke, heart attack, kidney damage, or other significant health issues. However, because the effects are not immediately noticeable, it's simple to overlook and even simpler to forget where salt is concealed. Packaged snacks, tinned soups, condiments, frozen meals, bread, processed meats, and even options perceived as healthy, such as low-fat salad dressings or whole-grain biscuits, can contain high levels of sodium. It is included not only to enhance taste, but also for preservation purposes. Even products marketed as light, diet, or heart healthy can have significant salt content added to improve flavor and extend shelf life. When these foods become regular choices due to their convenience, ease, or familiar taste, sodium levels can accumulate quickly. For older adults, this concern is heightened. As we age, our kidneys do not filter sodium as effectively, and our bodies become more responsive to its impact. This implies that even a moderate consumption of sodium can cause more significant rises in blood pressure than it would have years ago. It also contributes to fluid retention, which can exacerbate issues such as swelling in the legs or congestive heart failure. The initial step to addressing this problem is awareness. Begin paying attention to labels, not only for calories or fat content, but also for sodium levels. You might be astonished to discover where it lurks. Just one serving of canned soup can contain over half of your daily recommended intake of sodium. Even a piece of bread or a helping of cereal can add substantial amounts if eaten frequently. Opt for products marked low sodium under 140 milligrams per serving or no added salt whenever feasible. Simple actions can also have a significant impact. Rinse canned beans and vegetables to remove excess sodium. Opt for fresh or frozen foods without added sauces. Prepare more meals at home to manage the ingredients yourself. Incorporate herbs, spices, lemon, vinegar, garlic, or pepper to enhance flavor without adding salt. Gradually, you will discover that these alternatives not only safeguard your heart, but also improve your dishes. Remember, retraining your taste buds requires patience. If you've been accustomed to salty foods for a long time, options with less sodium might initially taste somewhat flavorless, but your palate adapts. Within a few weeks, you'll begin to appreciate the real tastes of food more vividly, and you might discover that foods with excessive salt are too overpowering or disagreeable. Reducing sodium intake doesn't equate to sacrificing pleasure. It involves selecting a lifestyle that enhances your health, safeguards your heart, and enables you to experience increased clarity, energy, and stability. Each bite is a move towards equilibrium, and each meal is a chance to feed not only your appetite, but also your overall well-being. Mistake number 3, failing to monitor blood pressure consistently. Blood pressure is not something you can sense, at least not until it reaches dangerously high levels or triggers a severe event. This is what makes it particularly deceptive. You might be having a normal day, feeling well and healthy, but meanwhile, your blood pressure could be silently increasing. For older adults, a frequent and dangerous error is failing to regularly check blood pressure or depending solely on yearly doctor's appointments to monitor it. Without regular checks, minor fluctuations can go undetected, and these minor adjustments can result in significant outcomes. The truth is that blood pressure fluctuates continuously during the day, influenced by factors ranging from stress and sleep to your diet and physical activity levels. A solitary measurement at the doctor's office, even if it's ideal, doesn't convey the complete picture. In numerous instances, those clinic measurements might be inaccurately high because of anxiety or inaccurately low if you're experiencing a particularly good day. This is why home monitoring is so valuable. It offers a more comprehensive view of your blood pressure patterns over time. That understanding could be life-saving. If you don't monitor your blood pressure, you overlook crucial signs. Perhaps your medication is no longer as effective. Perhaps a change in your diet or a new source of stress is beginning to impact you. Perhaps a supplement you've recently incorporated into your regimen is conflicting with your prescribed medication. Without consistent monitoring, you're left to speculate. When it concerns your heart, guessing simply won't suffice. Regularly checking your blood pressure at home is an easy yet powerful routine to establish. This practice enables you to identify trends, detect early increases, and provide your doctor with the information required to make improved decisions. It also empowers you to take control of your health. You're not merely awaiting outcomes, you're actively influencing them with each measurement you take. You don't require specialized equipment or medical expertise. Modern home monitors are economical, user-friendly, and frequently feature large, clear displays and integrated memory. Consistency is crucial. Select a consistent time of day, such as early morning or late afternoon, to take your measurement at the same time each day. Before measuring, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Ensure your arm is resting comfortably on a table. Place both feet firmly on the ground and refrain from speaking while taking the measurement. Consistently doing this provides an accurate and truthful representation of your body's health. It is also essential to maintain a record, either on paper or with an app, and take it to every medical appointment. Maintaining such records can enhance the efficiency of your visits, enabling your healthcare provider to detect shifts, modify medications as necessary, or identify early warning signs before they develop into significant issues. Some individuals resist tracking their health because they fear discovering unfavorable results. They are concerned that a high reading might lead to stress or anxiety. However, neglecting your blood pressure doesn't shield you. It merely allows possible issues more time to develop uncontrolled. Being aware is the initial step towards betterment. With blood pressure, catching it early is crucial. Monitoring your blood pressure isn't merely a task to be checked off. It's a continuous dialogue with your body. And just like any effective conversation, it functions optimally when conducted regularly, calmly, and thoughtfully. Integrate it into your daily routine, turn it into a habit, and above all, prioritize this, because the future you experience hinges on the decisions you make now. Mistake number 4, not managing stress. Stress isn't merely a sensation, it's a condition your body endures. And while we frequently link high blood pressure with unhealthy eating habits or insufficient physical activity, one of the most overlooked factors is chronic unrelieved stress. For older adults, neglecting to manage stress is a misstep that impacts not only mood and sleep, but also silently and steadily elevates blood pressure continuously. Stress triggers the body's fight-or-flight response, releasing a surge of hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These substances temporarily elevate blood pressure by constricting blood vessels and accelerating heart rate, a typical short-term response. However, when stress turns into a daily routine rather than a sporadic occurrence, your body begins to maintain that elevated state. Consequently, your arteries stay narrowed. Your heart is under greater strain. As time passes, this continuous stress causes harm that medication alone may not always repair. The challenging aspect is that stress frequently remains unnoticed in everyday situations. It doesn't always manifest as panic or loud outbursts. At times, it's subtle. Tension in the shoulders, a tight feeling in the chest, a restless night's sleep, or a silent sense of being overwhelmed. Many older adults belong to generations that were encouraged to persevere or remain resilient, making it common to minimize or completely overlook such emotions. However, disregarding stress does not eliminate it. Instead, it allows stress more opportunity to embed deeply into your system, depleting your energy, reducing your tolerance, and subtly increasing your blood pressure. The positive aspect is that managing stress doesn't necessitate dramatic alterations or costly treatments. It begins with modest, deliberate steps that soothe the nervous system and restore your equilibrium. For instance, deep breathing helps to reduce the heart rate and relax the blood vessels. Light activities such as walking, yoga, or stretching help relieve tension and trigger the release of mood-enhancing endorphins. Spending quiet moments in nature, listening to music, or engaging in gratitude practices through journaling or prayer can also help recalibrate your stress response. Additionally, conversing with a friend or openly sharing your feelings can ease the burden on your mind. The crucial element is to develop a daily habit of managing stress. This isn't only about responding when situations become challenging, but rather establishing habits that allow both your mind and body to relax. Consider it similar to brushing your teeth. It's not only about addressing pain, it's also about preventing issues before they begin. And if you've been enduring unmanaged stress for an extended period, remember to treat yourself with compassion. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about identifying opportunities for change and taking incremental steps forward. You don't need to solve everything all at once, but by starting to create room for tranquility, for thoughtfulness, for nurturing, your body reacts positively, not solely in your thoughts, but also in your blood pressure, your sleep patterns, your digestive health, and your general feeling of calmness. Stress might be unseen, but its impacts are tangible. Moreover, the ability to control it is always accessible. One breath, one step, one moment of quiet at a time. Mistake number 5, overlooking physical inactivity. In the management of high blood pressure, the actions you don't take can be as crucial as the ones you do. One of the common yet significant errors that older adults often commit is neglecting the effects of physical inactivity. This means spending too much time sitting, not enough time moving, and believing that constant rest is invariably beneficial. Although rest is important, insufficient physical activity can gradually and silently elevate blood pressure and cause the heart to exert more effort than necessary. Physical activity aids in controlling blood pressure by fortifying the heart. A more robust heart can pump greater volumes of blood with minimal effort, lessening the pressure on your arteries and maintaining blood pressure levels in a healthy range. Additionally, exercise enhances blood flow, minimizes inflammation, assists in managing weight, and reduces stress levels. All essential elements of cardiovascular health are impacted when physical activity is absent from everyday life. The body begins to decline in efficiency. Muscles become weaker, blood flow decreases, and pressure within your blood vessels starts to increase. For numerous older adults, the issue isn't a lack of motivation, but rather uncertainty. Worries related to joint pain, fatigue, or the anxiety of potentially falling can render the thought of engaging in physical activity daunting. Physical exercise doesn't need to be intense to be beneficial. Regular, mild activities can yield significant advantages. A daily stroll around the neighborhood, some stretching in the morning, or simple chair exercises while watching TV can all contribute to getting your heart rate up and improving circulation. Indeed, one of the most beneficial adjustments you can make is to simply reduce the amount of time you spend sitting. If you often find yourself watching television or reading for extended periods, consider getting up every 30 to 60 minutes. You could march on the spot for a minute, head to the kitchen, perform a few shoulder rolls or toe taps. These brief instances of physical activity during the day interrupt prolonged sitting periods, which can otherwise cause arteries to stiffen and increase blood pressure over time. What is crucial is consistency. Regular physical activity communicates to your heart, your blood vessels, and your brain that you are actively participating in life, remaining active, and staying robust. Over time, this message transforms into reality. It's also crucial to discover types of physical activity that you find enjoyable. This could be dancing, gardening, water aerobics, or a gentle stretching session in the morning sunlight. When exercise is enjoyable rather than burdensome, you're more inclined to maintain it. As it becomes a regular habit, your body increasingly flourishes. If you're uncertain about how to begin, consult your doctor or a physical therapist. They can assist you in discovering safe, suitable methods of exercise tailored to your present health and mobility. Keep in mind, the goal here is not to turn you into an athlete. It's about maintaining independence, preserving your balance, and supporting your heart to ensure it functions well for many more years. Overlooking a sedentary lifestyle might seem innocuous, yet as time passes, it imposes undue strain on your heart and arteries. Exercise acts as a therapeutic agent, and each step you take moves you towards reduced blood pressure and a more robust, self-assured you. Mistake number 6. Excessive consumption of caffeine or alcohol. A morning cup of coffee, an evening glass of wine. These minor indulgences are routine for numerous individuals, and when consumed in moderation, they can indeed be soothing. However, for older adults controlling hypertension, the excessive consumption of caffeine or alcohol is an error that frequently goes unnoticed. These substances may not appear harmful initially, but they can subtly increase blood pressure, disrupt the effectiveness of medications, and lead to more health problems than they alleviate. We'll begin by discussing caffeine. Caffeine, present in coffee, tea, soft drinks, energy drinks, and chocolate, acts as a stimulant. It constricts blood vessels and raises the heart rate, both factors that can temporarily boost blood pressure. For certain individuals, this impact is slight or fleeting. However, for some, particularly those who already have hypertension or an increased sensitivity to stimulants, even a minimal amount of caffeine can elevate blood pressure to hazardous levels. The challenge is that this effect differs significantly among individuals. Certain older adults can consume a daily cup of coffee with no problems, yet others might see their blood pressure rise for extended periods, occasionally without even noticing it. Awareness is crucial. If you regularly consume caffeine, it's important to observe how your body reacts. Think about measuring your blood pressure before and after enjoying your morning coffee or afternoon soda. If you observe a trend of elevated readings or experience symptoms such as headaches, feeling jittery, or a rapid heartbeat, it could be advisable to reduce your intake or consider switching to decaffeinated options. There's no need to completely abandon your cherished routines. Simply make wise changes that benefit your heart. Alcohol poses a unique type of challenge. In moderate quantities, it can appear to aid in relaxation, easing your tension after a busy day. However, when consumed in larger or more regular amounts, alcohol elevates blood pressure and can substantially disrupt the effectiveness of medications prescribed for managing hypertension. It also leads to dehydration, disrupted sleep, weight gain, and heightened emotional stress, all factors that adversely impact blood pressure. For older adults who metabolize alcohol more slowly, these effects can be enhanced and persist for an extended period. Consuming more than one alcoholic drink daily can start to tip the scale from sporadic pleasure to persistent danger. Furthermore, mixing alcohol with blood pressure drugs can cause various side effects such as dizziness, confusion, and liver stress. These hazards increase when additional medications are involved, which is frequently the situation for older adults who are treating several health issues. The positive news is that even modest moderation can have a significant impact. Decreasing your intake of caffeine or alcohol may result in reduced blood pressure levels, enhanced sleep quality, more consistent energy throughout the day, and sharper mental focus. In certain instances, cutting down on these substances might also diminish the necessity for extra medications. And abandoning coffee or wine doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. There are numerous delightful heart-healthy options available. Consider herbal teas such as chamomile, mint, or rooibos. Enjoy a cup of warm lemon water or create your own flavored sparkling water using fresh fruits and herbs. These easy substitutions provide the same feeling of routine and calm without any adverse effects. Ultimately, it's about making healthier choices, not limiting yourself. It's about intention. Understanding how caffeine and alcohol impact your body equips you to make wiser decisions. Decisions that benefit not only your blood pressure, but also your overall health and quality of life. Your heart doesn't demand perfection, it requests care, and every step you take towards balance is a step towards a stronger, more stable you. Mistake number 7, failing to communicate with healthcare providers. In the management of high blood pressure, it's crucial to have a strong support network. This is equally important as choosing the correct medication or consuming the proper diet. Central to this support network is your healthcare provider. However, a frequent and preventable error that many seniors commit is failing to maintain open communication with their doctor or healthcare team. This might involve missing scheduled appointments, not disclosing symptoms, or believing that their current state is satisfactory. Without honest and consistent conversations, there can be overlooked chances for improvement and unnoticed warning signs. It's common to settle into a pattern of just renewing prescriptions and attending yearly examinations. However, blood pressure isn't something you can simply set and neglect. It varies with fluctuations in stress, physical activity, sleep patterns, nutritional habits, other medications, and even seasonal changes. If your doctor isn't completely aware of your daily experiences or how you're feeling, they are only seeing part of the overall situation. This can make it difficult to identify issues promptly or adjust your treatment precisely. Many older adults often hesitate to voice their concerns, worried about being seen as troublesome, facing judgment, or inconveniencing the doctor. However, no issue is too minor when it comes to your health. Whether it's unexpected dizziness, a side effect you've been overlooking, a new supplement you've begun taking, or a change in your daily activities. Sharing all these details helps your healthcare provider maintain a care plan that is both safe and effective. Particularly, side effects from medications are among the most underreported problems. Many individuals cease taking their medications due to unpleasant sensations, yet they fail to discuss these issues with their doctor. This situation can result in unmanaged blood pressure or, even more severe, critical complications. A brief discussion could lead to a modified dosage, an alternative medication, or lifestyle adjustments that significantly improve your situation. It's also essential to include your home blood pressure readings in these discussions. Take your record with you to your appointments or upload it to a patient portal when possible. Observing the pattern rather than just a single measurement enables your healthcare provider to identify what is effective and what is not. If the readings are variable, they can assist you in determining the reasons. Mental and emotional health also play a significant role in this discussion. Stress, loneliness, depression, and anxiety can all lead to increased blood pressure. Your healthcare provider might suggest counseling, support groups, or community programs for assistance. If getting to the clinic is challenging because of mobility limitations, distance, or issues with transportation, inquire about telehealth alternatives. Numerous clinics now provide virtual consultations, allowing you to easily maintain contact without having to leave your home. Effective communication doesn't necessitate lengthy discussions, but rather sincere ones. Remember, your doctor is your ally in healthcare, not a critic. The more information they have, the better they can advise you. You don't need to wait for your next scheduled appointment. If something doesn't feel right, or if you have questions about a reading, a side effect, or a change in your lifestyle, make sure to reach out. Your health isn't an individual endeavor. It's a team effort. Maintaining open dialogue is among the smartest, easiest actions you can take to safeguard your blood pressure and your future. Handling high blood pressure can be manageable. It doesn't necessitate a flawless lifestyle, a long list of prohibitions, or continuous concern. What it truly involves is being conscious of the daily routines that are important, the cues your body gives, and the control you possess to mold your health with each choice you make. The fact is, blood pressure is more than just a numerical value. It mirrors the state of your body as it lives, breathes, rests, moves, and reacts to the environment you're in. You've now observed the 7 most frequent errors that typically remain overlooked, and, most crucially, you've discovered how to sidestep them. From grasping the details of your medications to monitoring your sodium intake, remaining active, controlling stress, interacting with your healthcare provider, and making thoughtful decisions regarding caffeine and alcohol consumption. These are all achievable, practical adjustments that don't necessitate a complete transformation of your lifestyle. They simply encourage you to look after yourself with a bit more regularity and a bit more purpose. We hold the conviction that good health is established one habit at a time, every single day. You don't need to do it all at once. Begin by focusing on just one aspect. Perhaps it's monitoring your blood pressure consistently or replacing a salty treat with a healthier option. It could be setting an alarm to ensure you take your medication punctually or contacting your physician regarding a concern you have. Whatever it may be, understand that each minor step you make is a move toward a healthier heart, a more stable life, and a more robust you. If you appreciated this video, please like it, subscribe for more content, and pass it on to someone who might need some insight and motivation. Because when we back each other, we all emerge stronger, more stable, and better prepared to flourish, one heartbeat at a time.